The way that I build my cigar box guitars, I use one solid piece of pine board, a 2x1 pine board, and I basically thread it through the cigar box and use the end of that pine board rather than have a string hinge. This is a sturdier way to build CBGs. I think it's also aesthetically pretty. Some people prefer the fancy string hinges, but I think you can do a lot, especially if you like to wood burn things, with just leaving that as the tailpiece. I like the flat fender headstock style because, again, just using one solid piece of wood for your build will make your guitar sturdier. In order to get that back angle, I would have to cut a wedge into my pine board and then pressure glue it together. I'm not saying that that can't be a sturdy build, but it's not as sturdy as using the Fender flat headstock and just keep everything, especially with pine. Pine is a softwood. I use pine because it's affordable and I want to keep the prices of my CBGs as low as possible, as accessible as possible. I stick to pine. But for pine, you're better off just building with one solid piece of wood than doing the scarf joint for the headstock. You asked if just threading the pine board through affects the resonance of the instrument. And the answer is it would if you left the pine board unshaven on the inside. What I like to do is the main parts of the soundboard on the top are not touching the pine board. There's about ½ an inch of space between my pine board and the lid of my CBG.